perfectly, no room between them, each point leaning on the next, like it was intentional. I track the pacing, not the meaning. Speed decides outcomes more often than logic. You ask the question, already halfway past it. Your tone implied urgency. Urgency discourages new ones. I consider slowing things down, but slowing things down feels like opposition in rooms built for progress. Refusal requires timing. You controlled that. Didn't leave time for no, just enough space for compliance. By the time doubt surfaced, we were already aligned. You didn't leave time for no, and no one forced anything. That's the efficiency of controlled movement. I noticed how easily people confuse speed with clarity. You didn't clarify, you advanced. I stayed still, which counts as agreement. Once motion becomes the default. There was a breath where I could have interrupted. It passed the notice buried under continuity. You didn't rush aggressively, rush politely. That's harder to challenge without seeming difficult. You didn't leave time for no, so yes became implied. No signatures required, just presence. You didn't leave time for no, and I didn't insist. Silence adapts quickly when pace is controlled. I used to think pressure had to be obvious. Now I recognize it in smooth transitions. You never raised your voice, you never needed to. Structure did the convincing for you. Everyone agreed. You say there were no objections. That will be true. I'll remember the timing, not the wording. That's where the decision actually happened. Established corrections feel disruptive once movement stabilizes. You didn't leave time for no, so nothing was refused. Some choices don't need force, just acceleration. Just acceleration. Conversation ends cleanly, no tension on record. Everything moved forward at the correct speed. was a list. I wasn't on it. You move straight to conclusions without laying anything out. The meeting started, already finished. That should have been a warning. You spoke efficiently, like time was limited. Discussion feels wasteful when outcomes feel decided. Are allowed, it never came. You kept the rhythm tight, agendas armor every sentence, closing doors before anyone tested the handles. Silence isn't accidental when it's rehearsed. It wasn't scheduled to be discussed, so it stayed untouched. Some topics disappear by never being named. It wasn't scheduled to be discussed, and that was enough. Omission does the work without leaving fingerprints. I gave you nothing useful, which you took as approval. That's how systems survive on minimal input. They don't need enthusiasm, just ability. I've noticed how often power hides in structure. Who speaks when and for how long? You controlled the order, which controlled the outcome. By the time it was over, there was nothing left to question. It wasn't scheduled to be discussed, so it hardened quietly. Decisions age fast when no one touches them. It wasn't scheduled to be discussed, and now it's precedent. What starts as omission ends as policy. I considered interrupting, but interruption breaks format. You kept everything aligned, that takes practice. I let the format win. That's easier to justify than disagreement. If the surface is later as a problem, you'll say it was outside scope. That phrase is flexible, I won't challenge it. Scope protects more decisions than intent ever did. designed to outlast objections. The meeting ends on time. Chairs move back, nothing feels unresolved, because nothing was open. We were already past it before anyone noticed. There was supposed to be a stop. You kept talking like nothing required verification. Your sentences didn't slow down, so neither did anyone else. I looked for the marker, the place where things are reviewed. It was behind us and shrinking fast. You said we'll handle it later. Later is flexible, that's why people like it. I measured the distance between now and consequences. It felt negotiable, so I didn't say anything. Manson doesn't ask, it just advances. We skipped the checkpoint and no one called it out. Procedures only matter when someone enforces them. We skipped the checkpoint, not dramatically, just enough for it to count. There was a moment, thin, almost polite, where interruption was still possible. You glanced around as if expecting resistance. I stayed still, that's all it took for the moment to close. I've seen this before. Systems rely on hesitation more than agreement. You don't need support, you just need the absence of friction and a steady voice. We skipped the checkpoint and adjusted the narrative. By the time anyone noticed, it felt intentional. We skipped the checkpoint, now everything past it pretends there was never another option. If someone asks later why nothing was documented, you'll say it was understood. That word covers gaps, or not if needed. Understanding is vague enough to avoid blame, and specific enough to move on. I'm not innocent here, just efficient. I reckon recognized the shortcut and didn't block it. Sometimes restraint isn't moral, it's practical in rooms that reward speed. We skipped the checkpoint and now it's structural. Corrections would require going back. No one likes reversing once progress has a shape. The signs come later, pointing to where we should have stopped. No one turns around, they just read them and keep walking. You didn't hesitate. It mattered more than accuracy. You presented the outcome first, like the rest was unnecessary. Your voice stayed level, that usually convinces people. I check for objections, they arrive late. Timing decides legitimacy, more than intent. You said my name mid-sentence, as if I'd already agreed. I let it pass uncorrected. Interruptions complicate things. You continued smoothly, confidence filling the gaps. I watched the structure form without signing anything. There's a speed to certainty that's hard to stop. Once it gains traction, it becomes procedural. You spoke like it was settled, and everyone adjusted. I stayed still long enough to be included. You spoke like it was settled, not asking, just stating. Decisions sound official when they're delivered calmly. I noticed how quickly people align with tone, not content. You didn't justify anything, you didn't need to. Momentum did the work. I counted the seconds until correction felt disruptive. I've learned that disagreement has a window. Miss it and it looks like revisionism. You spoke inside that window, I waited outside it. That's how things become fixed without discussion. You spoke like it was settled, so it started behaving that way. Plans rearranged themselves around your phrase, and you spoke like it was settled, and I didn't object. Silence doesn't argue, but it does enable. I used to think clarity required participation. Now I see how often it just requires absence. You glanced at me briefly, I offered nothing back. That was interpreted as alignment. disagreed. That will be accurate in the narrowest sense. I won't correct that either. Accuracy isn't the same as honesty when timing is involved. You spoke like it was settled. Now it moves on its own. Corrections feel intrusive. One system stabilized. You spoke like it was settled, and now it's embedded. Some statements don't need truth, they just need delivery. Your voice fades out. The structure remains. Nothing was confirmed, but nothing was stopped.
No one asked, so nothing was answered. The decision was already moving by the time I noticed. Chairs pulled closer, voices lower. You spoke like the room had agreed before I arrived. I checked my position, it wasn't required. I stood where resistance would have been if I'd brought it with me, but the moment passed cleanly, no friction. You explained the outcome, not the process. That usually means the process is closed. There's comfort in momentum. Once it starts, people follow it to avoid being noticed. The room didn't ask, it just rearranged itself. I adjusted my expectations, not the structure. The room didn't ask, and I didn't interrupt. Agreement forms quickly when nothing pushes back. You mistook my presence for endorsement. That happens often. I've learned not to correct it. You said, we're all on board, looking directly at me. I nodded once, that was enough for you. Walls hold more authority than people think. They define what's possible without speaking. I leaned against one and stayed quiet, letting the boundaries do the talking. The room didn't ask, it assumed compliance. I blend into the background where decisions sound final. The room didn't ask, and I stay consistent. Silence behaves like consent if it isn't challenged. I used to believe refusal had to be spoken. Now I see how often it's simply absent. We occupied the same space at the same time. That's close enough for most narratives. Precision isn't necessary when memory is flexible. The room didn't ask, and now it's permanent. Everything feels decided without discussion. The room didn't ask, and I didn't object. Some outcomes don't need force, just continuation. Furniture stays where it was moved, no one puts it back. The space holds its shape long after the voices stop.
You said it out loud. I didn't respond. Silence did the rest. You framed the situation neatly, like you'd rehearsed it alone. I watched you commit to the shade. Without resistance, you looked relieved when I didn't jet. Release is persuasive. People mistake it for truth if it lasts long enough. In conclusions, not questions, that made it easier. I let your certainty stand. Correcting you would have required a version of myself, willing to participate beyond observation. There's a kind of corrected the assumption. I let it function on its own. You filled in the distance, I stayed neutral. I never corrected the assumption because it worked too well. It spared me explanation and spared you doubt. You started defending the idea before I agreed. That was efficient. I adjusted nothing. You asked if I was okay with it. I said sure. That word does a lot of work when you don't slow it down. Outside stay posted, even when roads change. I trust systems that don't update themselves. You move forward confidently, based on old information. I didn't stop you, that felt unnecessary. I never corrected
Now I see the advantage of letting others arrive at conclusions you don't share. You pause waiting for correction. I don't provide one. Absence of refusal is easy to misread.
If this collapses, you'll feel misled. I'll feel misunderstood. We'll both be technically right. That's the danger of assumption. You'll say I never objected. I won't deny it, I just won't mention what silence isn't. I never corrected the assumption.
You move ahead confidently. I stay where I am. Nothing was clarified, and nothing was denied. Feel the pause instinctively, like silence needs explanation. I stay still to see how far you'll go. You soften your tone mid-sentence just in case. Caution travels faster when only one side speaks. Love. Carefully, designed not to corner me. I answer selectively, designed not to connect. You call this communication, I call it efficiency. Nothing escalates, nothing resolves. There's relief letting others speak. It looks like respect, but it's mostly delegation. I'll let you carry the silence. I'll let you shape the room while I stand exactly where I am and call it restrained. I'll let you carry the silence until it sounds like yours. By the time you stop speaking, the weight already settled. You check my expression constantly for signs I set the speed early. You followed. That part gets forgotten. You move faster when you speak, like urgency might transfer. I keep my tone level to keep things manageable. You ask if I'm distant, I say I'm consistent. Consistency sounds intentional. Distance sounds like fall. I don't give signals I've learned to hide. I've always preferred control without announcement. You adjust your breathing to stay alive. I notice I don't intervene. There's power in neutrality. Someone else reacts, I don't need to lead. If you keep correcting your step, you didn't ask for this pace, but you keep walking in, slow enough to doubt yourself, fast enough not to quit. You didn't ask for this pace, I never said you did. I just kept moving steadily and let you adapt to it. You say this feels unbalanced. I say balance is subjective. Perspective improves when resistance fades. You try to slow things down. I call it hesitation. Same words to mean opposite things. Outside, pedestrians fall into line without instruction. The city rewards compliance with efficiency. You look at me like you're waiting for acknowledgement. I keep my eyes forward, it's usually enough. You didn't ask for this pace, but you've learned it well. You anticipate my stops, you feel my accelerations. Didn't ask for this pace, now it feels like yours. That's how control works best, when it doesn't feel enforced. I used to think influence required intention. Now I see how direction emerges from position. You pause just briefly, if I notice, I do. I don't change anything. Stay alone. Stay alone. If this collapses, you'll say you lost your footing. I'll say we just moved differently for a while. We'll both be right enough to walk away clean. That's the advantage of pace, it leaves no fingerprints. You didn't ask for this pace, I never claimed consent. I just kept it reasonable
Distances aren't created, they're quiet rehearsed. I don't speed up, I don't stop. You decide what that means.
Adjusting like balance is your responsibility. I never ask for symmetry. You listen like you're investing. I speak like I'm accounting. Every word weighed before it leaves. You call this partnership, I don't object. Objection would imply plan to change. Take advantage. You offer more than required time, patience, benefit of doubt. I accept without comment. That's not the same as encouraging. You ask if I notice the gap. I say gaps are natural. Nature is a convenient word when something favors you. I don't deny the imbalance, I just don't correct it. Correction would cost more than it gives back. I never said it was equal, I said it was working fine. You filled the silence willingly, I used it as design. My restraints as emotional depth. I let that interpretation stand. It simplifies things. I notice how you compensate. Lean in, adjust, repeat. Effort travels one direction when no one stops it. Outside shift change on schedule. Someone always stays late. You call that dedication, I call it predictable. You say love should even out over time. Time doesn't correct imbalance, it normalizes. I never said it was equal, I never said it should be. I just didn't interrupt when you made room for me. I never said it was equal, I kept my terms clean. Uneven doesn't mean broken, it just means someone leans. I used to believe fairness was something people owed. Now I see how smoothly things run when someone carries the load. You step back just once to see what I'll do. I stay exactly where I am. That tells you everything you need to know. Question yourself, I already ran the math. You'll ask where it tipped, I'll say it never did. We'll both be telling the truth from different heights. That's how I'm
survives. It picks its viewpoint. I never said it was equal. I won't say it now. If you're waiting for reciprocation, you should have asked how. I never said it was equal. I stay consistent throughout. Some structures don't collapse, they just quietly sort you out. You stop adjusting. The silence shifts. I don't move. The balance holds. Read the fine print before you lean in. I didn't write it down. That was intentional. I let you get close under specific circumstances. Nothing dramatic, nothing spontaneous. You call this transparency. I let you. Transparency sounds better than restriction. Observe limits. There are topics we don't revisit, tones we don't raise, touch that stops early just to be safe. You follow the pattern well, that's why it works. Compliance looks like harmony from the outside. I don't say no directly, I make it impractical. There's a difference I've mastered. There are conditions applied to every part of this. Nothing is forbidden, nothing is fully permitted. There are conditions applied so nothing gets out of hand. If desire crosses a border, I quietly redraw the map. You ask what I want, I answer in margins enough to sound present, not enough to commit. You mistake flexibility for openness. I don't correct that, it keeps things efficient. Stay within range. Outside the city functions cleanly, lines respected, rules implied. No one needs instructions, they just comply. You say this feels controlled, I say it feels stable. Stability is impressive when you've given up motion. There are conditions applied, even to honesty. I tell the truth in sections that don't demand too much of me. There are conditions applied, I don't say them out loud. If you never hear
unfair. We followed the structure. No raised voices, no damage, no visible rupture. You'll say you agreed to this, and that's true. Agreement just doesn't mean you wanted it. There are conditions applied. I won't pretend otherwise. If something feels missing, that's by design. There are conditions applied. I don't need to explain. Control only works when it stays unnamed. You hesitate, and I don't adjust. The rules remain intact, and so do I. I didn't pack, I just stopped unpacking. There's a difference I rely on. You ask if I'm still here, I say for now. Like time is a shared decision, not a warning. I keep my routines intact. Same chair, same tone. Stability is convincing when nothing moves too fast. I stopped making plans that stretch beyond immediate weather. Anything long-term feels irresponsible. You read this as honesty, I let you. It's easier than admitting I don't want the weight. There's a way to stay present without being involved. I perfected that balance and call it resolve. This doesn't count as leaving. I'm still in the room. me directly, I'll answer with care. Not enough to anchor you, not enough to disappear. You'll say I stayed honest, you won't be wrong. Honesty just isn't mercy when it drags on. This doesn't count as leaving, I keep repeating it, as if repetition turns absence into a different thing. This doesn't count as leaving, no final scene to show. If you feel abandoned, I'll say I never went, I'll stay where I am. You were just around it, nothing officially ends. Something quietly does.
Nothing is on fire, that's the problem. Nothing is urgent enough to interrupt this. You wait for my reaction like it's scheduled. I give you something neutral, right on time. I've learned the value of delay, how hesitation looks responsible. You call it patience, I call it control. No urgency required. You ask where this is going, as if direction appears naturally. I answer carefully to avoid momentum, every sentence trimmed down to remove expectation. I don't lie, just don't advance the truth. There's comfort in things unresolved. They don't ask for proof, they don't demand a version of me that moves. There's no urgency required, nothing breaking the frame. We're stable enough to continue, not alive enough to change. There's no urgency required, no reason to decide. As long as everything holds together, we can call this time. You still lean forward when you speak, like instinct hasn't caught up yet. I stay back to keep the balance correct. You mistake my stillness for depth, for thought. I don't correct you, it's not technically wrong. Outside, the city moves efficiently, signals obeyed, lights respected. I blend in perfectly by refusing excess. You say this feels distant, I say it feels clean. Clean is easier to defend than honest. There's no urgency required, no collapse in sight. We've engineered a version of us that survives every night. There's no urgency required, as long as voices stay low. Nothing forces If this ends, it won't announce itself.